Fair season is almost upon us, so join us in making Tandy Leather's paper pattern chest armor today. This is an intermediate project starting with a paper pattern and turning it into your leather project, so we recommend having some basic leather crafting skills. If you have any questions or need any help, find your local Tandy store so you can get registered for some classes and get ready to make projects just like this. We're going to start by preparing our pattern. Cutting the pieces and laminating them is a great way to make this last for a very long time. Keep in mind that many of these pieces have to have multiples cut, so check the pattern and make sure to keep those pieces and those instructions together when you do cut the pattern out. Tandy tip: one great way to transfer your pattern onto your leather is to case the leather on the flesh side and trace the pattern using a stylus. This will help protect your pattern and make sure you can use it for much longer, as well as ensuring you don't leave any extra marks on the front side of your leather that you won't be able to erase. Cut the pattern pieces using your favorite type of cutting utensil. It really depends on you. Some people prefer a scissor, some knives. You decide, and we're going to go from this right over to this. For the next step, we're going to prepare our keepers. Here we're skiving each the ends of those keepers down just a little bit, and then we're going to sew them together with hand sewing thread and needles. You could also staple these together, or if you wanted to avoid this step in its entirety, get center bar buckles when you install your hardware. At this point, you want to do any of your customizations like tooling, stamping, and dyeing, and all of your edge finishing, including burnishing, beveling, etc. Whatever you want to do to make this project your own. For the next step, we're going to be punching all the holes. You're going to use several different punches, including an oblong punch, an oval punch, and a round hole punch. Depending on the hardware that you're using will determine which sizes of each of these you're going to be using, so choose your leather thickness and your hardware before determining which hole punches you need for your specific project. Next, we're going to prepare the buckles. Each of these buckles is going to feed the tongue through the oblong punch, and then we're going to be riveting the holes at the other end. Make sure all of your buckles are oriented the correct direction when you are installing them. Additionally, make sure you don't forget to add the keepers to each one of your straps if you're going to be using them. It's finally time to assemble. We're going to start by installing the front buckles. You want to make sure the tabs are facing in toward the belly and the buckles are facing away toward the back. That's going to be different on either side, so make sure that your orientation is correct or you're not going to be able to buckle this when you've got it all ready to go. You want to watch your orientation at the top as well, making sure that the tabs are down and buckles are up. At this point, we're going to be riveting the front pieces together. The top piece is going to overlap the bottom piece and then rivet all the way across. When punching your holes, keep in mind there's a few extra large hole punches. These are made for a later edition of the paper pattern for the pauldrons. If you're not planning on adding those, feel free to skip punching those holes. Next, we're going to be riveting the back straps on. Up at the top by the shoulders are going to be the long shoulder straps, and then once we get those on, down at the base of the back around your lower back, we're also going to install the strap billets that are going to feed around to the front into those buckles that we installed in the last step. Once again, make sure your orientation is correct. Once all of the back straps are on, we're going to rivet the back pieces together. Just like the front, the top will overlap the bottom and will rivet all the way across. At this point, your project is effectively complete. We're going to take the front piece and lay it on top of the back piece, then buckle all 6 of our buckles together by laying the front over the back and pushing everything into place. And there you have it, your very own chest armor. Consider adding the pauldron pattern as well, and if you have any questions, make sure to check your local Tandy for class offerings. Additionally, we'd be happy to help you in any other way, so drop a comment if you need any help, and as always, happy crafting!